Alrighty, it looks like it's time to get started. Oh yeah, is that SpongeBob? Yeah, sure is. There's a SpongeBob candy indeed. Somewhere here. So where's that thing again? SpongeBob candy. I think I've had it. I've had it before and it actually is pretty good. Wherever that is. Where is it? Oh yeah, right there. Yeah, I've had that before. It's actually pretty good. Alrighty. Well, here we go. First we have Airhead Bites. These are basically like the regular Airhead strips, except they're little circle bites. They taste very, very similar, and it's really good. So that gets a solid A tier. Chewy Lemon Head. The fruit mix, yeah, that's A or B. This one's really good. Not quite as good as Airheads, but it's really good. I'm gonna put it at B for now. And we got these peppermints, so thing about these, it's not like the best, but I just get it if I have to. I'm not like, ooh, I want a peppermint. I really want a peppermint, especially like these kinds. They're just not like that sweet. It's just minty, so that gets an E tier because it's not the worst. But there are many better things out there. Starburst favorites. Okay, that gets an A tier because Starbursts are very juicy. They're really good. Well, it's just fruit snacks. Well, I don't really consider this a candy, but yeah, they taste good. That for what they are, they taste good. It's A or B. Let's see. Uh, yeah, that's B tier. It's really good. Hershey's. It's chocolate. It's pretty good. Kind of your average chocolate, like considering the regular kind. So I give that C tier. It's pretty average, not too bad. Dum Dums. Eh, the thing about this is there are many better lollipops out there, like Tootsie Pops and Blow Pops. Those kind of lollipops are better than Dum Dums. Dum Dums are just basically your average candy, so that also deserves a C tier, but it'd be a little bit worse than Hershey's. Candy corn. Okay, this is the candy that like everybody hates. I give that about C tier. It's decent. It's not like I love candy corn, but it's not that bad. So it gets a solid C tier. Ferrero Rocher, that's what it looks like. Some kind of special chocolate. It's also C tier. I've had it at some point, I believe, but it's been a while. So yeah, and it's probably about average. Chewy lemonade, the original lemonade. Okay, lemonade. That's good. This also gets a B tier. Baby Ruth. I guess that's a C tier. Copico. What is this? I've never cappuccini. Okay, I've never had that before, and it doesn't look good, so I'm not real impressed. So yeah, F tier it is. Milky Way, D tier. It's like decent, not the worst. Well, actually C tier. It's about average. There are many worse candies out there. Some kind of popping candy. D tier, it's just okay. Oreos. It's a weird bar. Okay, I've not had that particular kind, but looks about a D tier. Tootsie Roll Pops are pretty good. They're better than Dum Dums. They're quite a bit better. Let's see, A or B. I guess let's see. It got a Tootsie Roll in the middle of it. That makes it actually pretty good. So how about A tier it is? Kit Kat white chocolate. The thing about the white chocolate, it's not nearly as good as the milk chocolate, so yeah, that gets about a D tier. I'm never gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna buy some Kit Kat white chocolate. Just if it's offered, I'll take it. Okay, these taffies, they don't actually look like that good, but they look just okay. D tier it is. Twizzlers straws. Thing about Twizzlers, they don't have much of a taste. It just doesn't. So to me, I don't really love Twizzlers. They're not quite the worst, but they're not that good. It just barely taste them. E tier. E tier. Okay. Warheads. It's fun to challenge yourself to eat a bunch of Warheads without thinking it's too sour. That's pretty fun, but once the sour taste goes away, it's just not that good. But the idea of it being sour kind of brings up the tier, the C tier. Pocky. That just doesn't look good. And Junior Mints. I don't like them either. It's not really a good candy to eat. Don't taste that good. Like other mint chocolate is much better than just Junior Mints. And that's like some I never get anyways. A Crunch Bar is D tier. It's not the worst, but there are many better things out there. Airhead Extreme Bites. Okay, this gotta be like one of my favorite candies, if not my favorite. Yeah. S tier. Airhead Extreme Bites. Sour, sweet. It's got everything good in it. I'm telling you. For the love of nerds. The purple and pink kind, yeah. Nerds are actually pretty good too. I give it a high B tier, and I may change some of these later on. So yeah, just stick around. Sour Patch Tropical. This B tier is pretty good. Sour and then sweet. Not as good as the Airhead Extremes though, but they're pretty good. Whoppers. The strawberry thingies. I've had it before. It's just okay. There are many things better out there. Okay, Reese's. I gotta say this is probably the best chocolate. So I gotta give some chocolate S tier, and Reese's would be it. It's just got a very filling taste. That's what I like about it. Yeah. Warheads B tier, you say? Yeah. Crunch C tier. I mean, you said 90% of these are not in the store where you live. Well, yeah. Most of these, yeah, I do see around. There are a few I don't, but yeah, I see most. Ring pops. Eh, they're like okay. They're like your average candy, I'd say. Okay. Sugar Daddy. That's garbage. That's garbage. Who likes that kind of stuff these days? Chocolononi. Their chocolate's made. I don't think I've ever had that, Hilka. Kit Kat. What kind is that? Strawberry Kit Kat. That's kind of weird. Kind of weird. Probably just as weird as the white one, honestly. Okay, what we got next? Another popping candy. That's D tier. It's not the best. Cookie dough. Okay, I've never had these before, but they don't look too good. So it looked like it would be about a D tier candy. You're better off getting just actual chocolate chip cookies. That's much better than little tiny bites, in my opinion. Kadunks. What is this? What is Kadunks? I've never had this before. Doesn't look too interesting. I'll put it there for now till I know more about it. Yeah. Whatever this is. Come on, what is this? Lindor? I don't remember having this, but okay. I think it's the... Okay, what is this? Looks like a gumball, but it also looks like a bouncy ball. Like the toy, a bouncy ball. Like, I'm telling you. But it just looks like a gumball to me, with like a little fruity taste. Not the best. So yeah, just the lifesavers, the crunchy kind. Yeah, I personally like the chewy kind a bit better, but the crunchy kind is good. Oh, that's a jawbreaker. That's a jawbreaker. Really, really sugary. That's D tier, I'd say. Like Jolly Ranchers are really good. Jawbreakers, just regular jawbreakers are they're decent. Oh, they're as big as your mouth too. That's crazy. Lifesavers, the crunchy kind I give B tier because I like the flavors and stuff, but I personally like the chewy kind a little bit better. Zero. What is this? Zero? Guess what? Zero. You get F. I don't know what that is. M&M's mint. I don't think this is quite as good as the regular M&M's, so that's B tier. Candy canes. That's also E tier. Kind of goes with these peppermints. About an E tier. Not unless I absolutely have to have it, I'll eat it, but I'm not like, ooh, I really want a candy cane. Like, that's kind of weird. A white Oreo bar. I'm just gonna put all the Oreo stuff together in one tier. Unless it's some Oreos actually. Okay, red vines. One of these. It's not that good. I've never had this kind of Twizzlers. The regular kind is also kind of E tier. But this just looks like a dump down, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in F. I don't find Twizzlers too good. Okay, Mamba. Mamba. It looks like little candy with a little sugar on the outside of it. And it also looks kind of about your average candy as well. So that's C tier. Dove chocolate. This chocolate is actually pretty good. It's above average. Not as good as Reese's though, but it's not like the best chocolate either, but it's good. So I give it B tier. It's better than M&M's. Crunchins. Interesting. What's this? No idea what Crunchins are, but it doesn't look too good. So E tier it is. Pocky, that's F tier. No Pocky, yuck. Mint Lifesavers. That's also B tier. It's pretty good. Fruity kind seems a bit better to me. Okay. Atomic Fireball. Well, the thing's supposed to be spicy, minty, and then it tastes pretty good after. It's it's actually not that bad, but I don't love it either. The idea that it's supposed to be spicy and cinnamon taste, yeah. It's not too bad, so it's between C and D. There's obviously many better candies out there. It's about D tier, just below average, I'd say. Hershey Kiss is your average chocolate right away. That's your average. Starburst gummies. These gummies have a pretty interesting taste. Like, they're not quite as good as actual Starburst, but hey, I'll take them. They're good. B tier. Let's see. Right there. Nutella. Alright. Seems pretty average. Haribo Gold Bears. Okay, that's just the regular kind. Thing about these, they're about as hard as a rock. When you're trying to chew it, you break your teeth. But obviously, there are a few things worse, so E tier it is. Pretty trash. Might as well get some better kind of gummy bears. M&M's. Peanut. It's also B tier. It's like a little bit worse than the actual good normal M&M's. Twizzlers is E tier. Cream egg. Also looks about C tier, kind of like your average type candy. Okay, here is the Lifesaver gummies. I personally like these better than the crunchy kind, but both are good. That's A tier. It's good, really good. Swedish Fish. That's a good, solid B tier. It's a bit above average, but there's obviously more fruity candies out there that actually taste better. Those green M&Ms are mint M&Ms. Yeah, I know that. Okay. I give them B tier. Like mint chocolate's pretty good, just not the best. Okay. Chewy cubes. These are not nearly as sour as like the hardboard heads, but they're also about a C tier because they're just decent. Okay. Werther's Original. Caramel. Nah. Ugh. Yuck. Jelly beans. Jelly belly. Now this would be S tier if it wasn't for like gross flavors like the butter popcorn. Yeah, that's and a few other gross flavors. That's just what's causing it to be A tier. But if they just took out the disgusting flavors, it'd be easy S. It's so close to that. Gobstoppers is B tier. It's pretty good. I personally like Spree better though, but they taste similar. So yeah, Spree would be a tier above that. Good and Plenty is just not that good. It is not good and it's not plenty. More like bad and too much. Hello, Panda! Hello and welcome to D tier. You know, the candy I'd eat if I have to, but there are many better candies out there. Yeah. Welcome to D tier. Okay, I've never had these before, but who wants fire Sour Patch Kids? Why not get the good kind, sour than sweet? What? Why do the fire? Just not cool. It's F tier. Star Sweet tarts, yeah, sweet tarts, chewy. I enjoy these, but after a little while, it kind of gets a little old. This, oh, it's a close one. They're good. B tier. I'll leave it there for now. I may change it. Eh, okay, these are not as hard as the rock, but they're still not the best. I give them D tier because they're not as hard as the rock. Like the gummy bears. Three Musketeers is also at your average. It might be B tier actually. It's pretty good. Just above average, but towards your fun dip. Yo, I enjoy this. Stick, you lick it, you dip it into the powder. That's pretty fun. Yeah, A tier is fun. Okay, what is this? Red vines, but there's purple ones. F tier it is. It's another dump down. Werther's Originals. A cheap brand, basically. It's like a cheap crackle chocolate that's like crunchy. That's pretty good. C tier. C tier. Let's see. Hershey's or crackle, which do I like better? They're about equally good. About your average chocolate. Okay, Skittles. They're so good, I'm telling you. S for Skittles. And you know what's really good? All the different flavors, like so juicy, all that kind of stuff. The sour ones are really good too, and like all the different kinds, like the tropical, all those kinds. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's S tier. Oh, speaking of tropical, there you go, S tier. Okay, Pez. So this candy is not like too interesting, but it's kind of fun to put it in like the dispenser and stuff and dispense the candy. So that's C tier because it's a pretty good idea. Just the candy isn't like too interesting. It's more like just like cheap candy with a little bit of flavor. Yeah, that kind of candy. Smarties. It's an interesting flavor when you like eat them all together. Yeah. C or B? I have to say the bottom of B. It's a tiny bit above average. But wait, would I say Smarties is better than Hershey's? Not really. So C tier it is. What is this? What is this? Chiradell? C tier it is. Let's see. Can we see some candies that I actually like? Payday! I've never had that one before. Anybody know anything about Payday? Anybody know anything about this candy? Because I just have no clue. What is it like? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it better than a Baby Ruth? Is it better than a Hershey's? Is it garbage? What is it? Alright, I'm putting it in there for now until I know more about it. I just don't know anything about it. So it is staying right there. Mentos. They're really not that good. It's like a dump down of Lifesavers. Kinda ish. So it's D tier. It's below your average. Caramel M&Ms. It's not quite as good as the other kinds. Like they're like better. It just isn't quite as good, but it's about average. It's C tier it is. We all know that's F tier. Who likes hot candy? Like who does? Mint Oreo. Like why are there Oreo bars? I've just never seen that before. I've never seen it before. It's weird. Different kind of Hershey Kiss. I'm gonna put that C tier from what I know. Laffy Taffy. Thing about this Taffy and the point of it make you laugh because they put a couple jokes on the back. So that's a pretty creative idea for a candy. Put some jokes to make you laugh. It's Laffy Taffy. So instead of it being B tier, it'll be A tier because that's a smart idea. Not quite S because there's better candies out there. Well, what am I doing? But the idea of a Laffy Taffy makes it creative and brings the tier higher. Okay, Welch's fruit snacks are actually good. They're actually good. Fruit snacks are good, I'm telling you. Yeah, that's A tier. A tier, right? Hershey's Cookies and Cream in a bar. A candy bar. Cookies and cream. It's just not my thing. Kind of goes with the white chocolate, wherever that is. I think it's, yeah, the D tier. Yes, about as good as the white chocolate. It's just not really good in a candy bar. Tootsie Roll, the long kind. It's a good average candy. C tier. It is. Sour Patch Kids, kind of like with the tropical kind. Also B tier, sour than sweet. Whoppers is garbage. Ugh. Imagine liking Whoppers. Like, get stuck to your teeth and they don't even taste good. Like, imagine liking those kind of things. Could it be me? Now we got some now and laters, which is clearly a dump down of Starburst. Instead of being nice, sweet, and juicy, instead, they don't have as much taste. It's more like bland. But it's not quite the worst, but it is not good. So, E tier it is. E tier it is. Warhead sprays are actually interesting. Something about them just tastes a little bit better than the actual regular kind of warheads. So, yeah, I've had them before and it's pretty interesting. Just spray it in people's mouth, be like, ha ha ha, it's going to be a little too sour for you, but it's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Don't know what that is. Right there. Another word. Okay, here's the spree I'm talking about. It's A tier. It's really good. It is like so close to S tier, but not quite my favorite. Still like Skittles a little bit better, but the very top of A tier I give spree. Like Gobstoppers are good, but they're not quite as good as spree. Yeah, spree is just sweeter. It's got a stronger taste. Okay, what is this? What is Judy Fruits? I think I know what this is. It's like the little crunchy type candies that are really cheap and they have like a little bit of taste, but you're better off getting like an actual nice candy. Yeah, that's D tier. If I had to have it, I would. Sour bright eggs. I've never had exactly the eggs. I've had the worms, which are good. The sour worms are good. These eggs, I'd assume it's probably just as good. So yeah, yeah, I give it B tier. Probably a little bit worse than the worms, but hey, okay. Pixie stick is basically just a bunch of sugar into a stick, and you pour it into your mouth. Nothing really else. Nothing else than that. Just pour sugar into your mouth, and it's kind of sweet. For the fact that this is such a lazy candy, I mean, it's actually not too bad, but will this be level with Hershey's? No, it'd be about D tier. I'm like, ooh, let's get some pixie sticks. I really want me some pixie sticks. Nah, not that much. Greasy sticks. I feel like the cups are a bit better, but I've never really had the sticks, but I'd assume it's A tier. Something like that, okay. Soft filled bites, like the. Oh yeah, this kind. Yeah, yeah. These are S tier as well. These are really good, just like the extremes. The soft filled bites, where it's like sour on the outside and sweet on the inside. Yeah, they're so good. Mounds, coconut chocolate. This is not too bad. C or D. About average. Okay, I think Almond Joy was a little bit better, but Mounds is probably D tier. Just below average. There's better chocolates out there. Dots are kind of weird. They're kind of a little bit weird. Like, you look at them, they're like, gumdrops. It looks good, but you have them, they're just not too satisfying. D tiered is D for dots. Okay. Airhead Extremies strips, just like the bites. Yeah, that's S tier. Really good. For some reason, the bites are just a tiny bit better, but okay, both are S tier though. Oh, original Starburst. Yes, it is. Really sweet, very juicy. It's like full of flavor, unlike now and laters that are flavorless just about and they don't have a good taste. Happy Cola. More like happy being an F tier. Haribo. I mean, who 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 eats this? Who eats that? Nobody, exactly. Jolly Rancher's got a sweet taste, A tier. A tier, a little bit worse than this kind of stuff up here, but it's good. It's good. Hershey's milk chocolate. Probably just as good as that kind. Peeps! Marshmallow with like sugar on the outside. It's better than regular marshmallows. Yeah, that's B tier. It's pretty good. I do like Peeps. Salsa B tier, the watermelon kind. Mr. Good Bars. Basically a little worse version of Crackles, so it's D tiers. Not too good. Sweet Tarts original. Oh, that's the crunchy kind. B tier, yeah, B tier. Yeah, it's a tad worse than the chewy kind, but interesting taste. Okay, what kind of Twizzlers is this? What kind? Filled! Filled! I mean, I hope these have a lot of flavor, but I just have no idea, so that's E tier, from what I know. Sour Bright Crawlers. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. These trolley gummy worms are good. I enjoy them. This is A tier. It's sour and sweet, not just sweet. It's got a good mix. These are these jawbreakers we were talking about earlier. It looks like that thingy right there. For some reason, these just don't have that good of a flavor. It's like just not that good. It's like you put in your mouth and it's not like that sweet. It's pretty bad flavor. Kit Kat is some good chocolate too. It's, it's good. A tier. It's crunchy and it's filled with flavor. Yeah. Sweet tart ropes. Oh, don't I enjoy these? It kind of depends on the kind. Like these cherry kind, it's A tier. But if it's like the rainbow kind, yeah, that would be S tier. But cherry kind's a little bit worse. Rainbow Nerds. A tier it is. Better than just these two flavors. All them being little tiny pieces of candy is actually good. It's actually good. Okay, what is this? What is this? No idea what that is. Well, based on what it looks like, it just looked like something like that. Doesn't look like Skittles, Wildberry. Yeah, that's also S tier. Uh, Skittles, like pretty much all kinds of Skittles I've had, are top tier. I mean, I'm telling you. What's this? There we go. Never mind. Okay. Chewy Jolly Ranchers, to me, don't seem as good as the hard candy type. I've had it before. It's B tier. It's pretty good still. What kind of M&Ms are this? Am I going to get the original kind? I think that's the original kind right there. I see it. This kind I'm going to put B tier. There's the original kind, it looks like. Okay. First, mini eggs. It looks like another D tier type candy. Reese's Pieces. Y'all, many people say Reese's Pieces. That's wrong. It's not Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces. Y'all. Okay? Which is like a tiny bit worse than the original M&Ms. That's B tier. These are original M&Ms. Yeah, those are a little bit more filling, so I give them A tier. A tier right there. Sour Punch is much better than Twizzlers. It's got the sour flavor on the outside of it. Still not as good as like other candies like the Skittles and that kind of stuff, but it's above average. It gets a solid B tier. It's pretty good. Yeah. York. C tier. Little cookie with mint chocolate. I'll take it. There are better chocolates out there though. Strawberry Sour Patch. It's also B tier. These weird oranges are kind of garbage, as you can tell. It's not even a brand. It's just little orange slices with a little bit of sour stuff on the outside. And it's personally too sweet to me. Not, not a good mix of sour and sweet. It just kind of weird. So F tier right there. You're better off getting Sour Patch Kids or Airhead Extremes instead of this little garbage right there. Almond Joy is a little bit better than Mounds. It's interesting coconut chocolate. Not as good as milk chocolate though, but C tier. Mike and Ike's, A tier. A bit worse than Skittles, but they're good. And just a tad worse than Spree, but better than Gobstopper. So A tier it is. Very fruitful, flavorful. Airhead strips, that's what it looks like. Yeah. These are not quite as good as the extremes and the sour and sweet type of airheads, but they're really good. Really, really good. A tier. Mint chocolate. Ugh, which one is gonna be? Which one's gonna be? Yeah, it's about D tier. Snickers is B tier. It's pretty good. It's above average chocolate, but not as good as like Kit Kat or Reese's. Okay, more soda pop type of candy, whatever that is. Kinder Joy. It's also C tier, about your average. Okay, here we got the powder from this machine. You pour the powder and you eat it, is what it looks like. Probably similar to Pixie Stick, but probably a little bit better. So, but I give it about the same tier. It's just powder, sugar, not really much into it. Not much to it. Yeah, I'm telling you. Not chewy, not crunchy, none of that. Just sugar. Sour Punch Bites. About the same tier as the actual Sour Punch. Where would I put that? Where did I put it? Okay, yeah, I think I put it there. Where'd I put the Sour Punch? Okay, yeah, right there. There we go. Yeah, Sour Punch is pretty good. Good mix of sour and sweet. Starburst Minis. A tier, really good. I guess I prefer the regular Starburst over the Starburst Minis. 'Cause, yeah. Here's this SpongeBob candy you saw earlier, Hilka. SpongeBob candy. That's usually the kind of candy, if you go to an arcade and then you redeem it for like 10 tickets or whatever, that's usually where I see this kind of stuff. It's rarely at the stores. Yeah. C tier. It's interesting, juicy taste. Twix. It's a tiny, tiny bit worse than Snickers, but a little better than Hershey's in my opinion. More soda pop. This soda pop candy really isn't like too good, but a little bit. They're not the worst either. Okay, these flavors, Tootsie, Tootsie Rolls. Okay, think about this. The green kind's pretty good. Yellow kind's pretty good. Pink kind's pretty good. The orange kind's pretty good, but the blue kind is gross. It's just not that good. C tier. And there we have it. Final tier list of candies. And yeah, why these candies are better than these candies. Why these are better than these. Why these are better than these. All sorts of things. Yeah. This is it right here. If I would have to say, what is my favorite candy? I gotta give it to probably these candies right here, the Airhead Extremes. Of this list, these three are my favorite. And these are probably my second favorite. And then Starburst, and then we got Reese's. It's all good. And then here we go. A tier. And there you have it. The ultimate candy tier list. Really appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope the rest of your day goes well.